from Greyland Park, about to get underway in the second half here of round 8 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership qualifiers. And at halftime, it is the Point Chevalier Pirates in control, 20 points to 6. Troy Hardy, your thoughts on the first half?
First half, both sides completed 5 sets apiece, 3 penalties each way. So, they came in certain circumstances for the Richmond guys, giving them back-to-back penalties, which the Pirates scored tries off. However, it's the handling rates that have set them apart, and Richmond just need to pull back a wee bit on that. So we're all good, just giving the referee the thumbs up, and we're all set, ready to rock and roll. And also the mighty winger from Pirates have just given me the thumbs, so he's ready too. So we're all set.
No, we're going to go. Time our run, guys. No early point.
We're all good.
Okay.
So Point Chevalier to get us back underway.
All on.
Sitting on a 14-point lead. Richmond, they need some answers. The time is on their side. 40 minutes to play here. Such a crucial game for both teams.
Ho! Go one.
The Bulldogs through that first half, Troy, your impressions of them from my point of view, poor discipline, the biggest issue for them. What did you make of the Bulldogs in the first spell?
Just probably a little bit more patience on the ball. Forcing some of the passes and giving away, crazy penalties at the wrong time. But they put themselves under a wee bit of pressure. And with a side like Point Chevalier, you can't afford to be giving away cheap penalties.
Michael Imafa takes them forward. This is a good set so far for Richmond, and Harrison Sutton will straighten. He's been nice and consistent for them so far. A couple of really good carries in the first half, and has defended well also. Kalhiva gets to the kick. A tester on at the back for Sola Solomona, who takes it comfortably, although then gets set upon and pushed back in goal. So this will be a repeat set here for Richmond, and a dream start to the second half for them. Short of scoring points, that's the best result they could have hoped for.
Great start, just like they did in the first half. Had a great start. Let's hope they can keep the momentum.
Updating some of the results from around the grounds as we wait for this dropout. Otahu, they're well in control, 22-6 over Bay Roskill. Hawaka up 16-8 over the Mount Albert Lions, that big top 4 battle there. The Papakura Seagulls up 14-0 over Manurewa. Northcote in control, 22-0 over Glenora. That's a huge halftime result. And Mangere East 16-0 over the Marist Saints. Back to it we go. Leon Latoa winds him up and says, let me at him. But the defence well and truly up to task that time and quickly put him down to ground about 30 metres out from the line. This is Tongiu. Pretty strong in the first spell as well. They do have some big bodies, this Richmond team. Late offload as well, and on hand to pick it up was Tanuvasa. He gets taken to ground under the weight of Latu, right in front of the SAS uprights. Options left and right, and they will go out to the right edge where Harrison Sutton will take the tackle about 5 metres out from the line. Great opportunity here for Richmond to start this second half on a positive note. They shift the play wide, and Lulia now dances his way back infield. But that stops at the hands of Chris Seal.
Wait. Go 4.
Left side they come now. Limafa. Last play coming up now for the Bulldogs. Tanuvasa will kick in behind. It's juggled and then cleaned up by Chris Seal. But a decent finish to that set. At least they're starting in the right place. They haven't kicked dead and given away a 7-tackle set or any of that stuff. So positive signs for Richmond as they look to build their way back into this contest. Need to now back it up with some good defence in the middle.
Stand now. Good.
Coma Sampson. Brilliant so far, although that's not a good sign. Grimacing straight away. We'll have time off here. That does not look good for Coma. Grimace straight away. There was nothing in the tackle. It was an unfortunate twist, I think, there for Coma Sampson. So a worry here for Point Chevalier, not just in the context of this game, but their season going forward, because Troy Coma Sampson, he's arguably been their best player so far in this match.
He's performed really well today, so I dare say there will be some concern over there on the Pirates bench.
So we'll pause on third tackle and just go back to maybe some of these half-time results, Troy. Now, a couple of these stand out. Northcote 22-0 over Glenora. If they can keep this up. That is a heck of a statement Jeff Morton's team's about to make.
Yeah, and haven't they been fantastic this year? Sorry, mate, back to the players. We're back into it, but Northcote Tigers, hey, party in Tiger Town.
Offload.
So Tavita Latu gets on the end of an offload, and now they're going hot potato stuff. Point Chevalier just trying to get a look out there and see if Troy can spot Comas Sampson in this set. I'm not sure if he ended up leaving the field or not. Latu jumps out now and looks to engage those markers. I hand back to Talia, who will go high. And Kalhiva with a free catch, which he claims, and then will bring it back and just scanning the field. Now Coma is still out there, so appears to have shaken off that earlier knock and looks to be running freely. So good news for Comas Sampson and the Pirates as he involves himself in that tackle along with Latu. Richmond now looking to get things rolling through the middle of the park, and they go up to 45 off their own line. Tanuvasa. Little jink at the line and then runs into Sione Tongia.
All the way, have a look.
Mani. Lulia will kick. Goes in behind and then cleaned up by Faitotoa.
Move now.
Brings the ball back.
Hold.
So Point Chevalier soaking up the pressure so far that Richmond are putting on them. You can see a big chunk of field appears to have been dug up there in the middle of the park here at Grey Lynn. Other than that, the surface is holding up very, very well. Tongia turns back on the inside, gets the ball from Pewhairangi and goes into opposition territory. 5 minutes gone in the second half. It's the Pirates who lead by 14. Pewhairangi, quick hands. Solomona into space. Good luck. Solomona will score. Desperate last-ditch tackle from Kalhiva, but it wasn't enough, and Solomona scores in the left-hand corner. Quick hands from Harley Maynard in the leader, and this will make for nice viewing on the SAS replay.
The SAS replay, as we see Tavita getting the ball out quickly from the dummy half, just along the back line, drew the defender there, and at this point, Solomona is a great pathfinder. He knows where the try lines are. And got to say, though, big heart from the fullback here coming across. He put his body in front of him, and that's one big body that doesn't look like a fair fight there, Corey. That'd be like you jumping in front of me.
He's been very good today, hasn't he, Matrix Kalhiva? He has come up with a couple of big interventions. There was a kick defusal down this end as well where he saved a search and try.
Defusal. Gotcha. Don't leave me hanging as we wait for the kick to come.
You've lost me, and I assume you've lost most of the people watching right now, but I'm sure we'll get to the meaning behind that one later on down the track as we wait for the conversion from right up against the sideline here at the club room side at Grey Lynn Park. You see that fluffy thing in the corner of the shot? That is the camera, if you're wondering what that is appearing.
I dare say there'll be a few Richmond supporters there having a word to him on the sideline. Just out of shot. That ball's going to magically appear with a big pirate boot into it in a short moment. Here he comes. Well, maybe. Here it is. Good hoof too.
Big boot, all right. It's a beautiful kick. And the Pirates, they lead 26 points to 6. 7 minutes gone in the second half. It was Richmond who probably had the more sprightly of the starts in the second half, but Point Chevalier once again soak up that pressure and find a result down the other end.
Yeah, absolutely. They went the full length of the field as well to do it. So let's see what the Richmond Bulldogs have got in store.
Back to it we go. Richmond fielded by Pewhairangi and winding up is Tongia.
The crowd's loving that. He fired up from the back gate.
Chris Seal carries forward, thought about the offload, had Latu looming in support. Leon Latoa doing his best to slow things down in the middle there. Here's Sampson for another good carry. Solid contact as well. Sarah Poe that time involved. Now
Big
Gavitt
run.
breaks through the first one. Gavitt, support looming. Latu dummies. Still going to Vita Latu. Tavita Latu then hands off to Pawhairangi. And Api Pawhairangi will score. Tavita Latu winding back the clock with a big run downfield. And Point Chevalier going for another one.
Just having a quick look at the SAS replay here as he split the line. Striding out well. Nice little offload there. Tavita Latu shaped, went right. Still shaping. Missed the defender there. Knew he had one more to draw. Just took his time. Beautiful pass. And try time for the Pirates. And only moments ago they just kicked off and again went the full length of the field.
Like he was playing touch at one point there, Tavita, swerving his way through. Neglected to pass to his fullback on the right, but made it work on the left instead. And Api Pawhairangi says, thank you very much, I'll take that. And Kane Talia now to line up this conversion from right on the hash mark, on the left-hand side, the clubroom side here at Greyland Park. Been a great day of rugby league. Our curtain raiser earlier, the Richmond under-18 girls getting up for victory over Otahu. We'll be bringing you curtain raisers for the next few weeks. Of course, we break for the representative round next weekend. Mate Maatonga, New Zealand under-18s versus Auckland Vulcans to kick things off before the big main game, Auckland up against Samoa or Kalani. Talia away off the boot, and it remain Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates 30, Richmond Bulldogs 6. Richmond supported by the Greyland Tavern, Mickey B, Jim, and our great mates at Waterview Laundromat. Shout out to Devesh and the family. Great supporters of the local game across a number of clubs. A high one off the boot this time. Richmond roaring down the field, but it's taken by Gavitt. Latu. Back in field to Salinga Kapal. Seal. Good carry from Chris Seal. Been excellent. Takes him up over halfway. And Point Chevalier are rolling through the middle now as that roll will have a little pause for a knock-on. But the big men in the middle of the park, Troy, have really found their rhythm now, and as a result, chewing off some easy yardage.
Yeah, and I think with that, that builds in confidence as well. Everyone starts feeding off that, and, once they get a roll on, it becomes a long, hard day in the office if you're the defending team.
Villy, straight through now. Villy, there's plenty of green jerseys around. And eventually they do get there to contain him, but it's a long-range run, and they got front foot ball here, Richmond. Space on the left edge if they go there. Instead, they're going to go one out to Tanavasa. 10 metres out from the line now, Richmond. One try so far. Latoa straightens things up. Right in front of the SAS uprights. Mani is the dummy half. Shuffles play on to Lulia. Lulia shakes out of two would-be tackles. Won't get away from Chris Seal so easily. Left side they come. It's messy. Cleaned up eventually by Villy, who felt the full force of McCowie, who raced in. Kalhiva steps back in. Nice footwork from Kalhiva. Gets the offload as well. Lulia on the ball. Lulia breaking tackles for fun right now at Richmond. They get the offload out the back, but it's broken down. It will be called back for a knock-on, and Point Chevalier survive. And Troy, you wonder if the play after that long-range break would have been to go to either edge. Instead, they take a settler to the middle and just allow Point Chev to get back in and onside.
Well, yeah, I think you've called that correctly, and it's just probably running out of being enterprising at that far end when they get there. You know, what do they need to do next? And as you see, the turnover has happened, and Point Chevalier just start grinding it out inside their 30.
So watch for the likes of Kenny Gavitt, Chris Seal through the middle of the park here. They can smell blood, and they know this is a tiring Richmond line. And just as I say that, Matty Faitotoa goes through the middle, gets an offload away. Is that knocked on? It won't matter because Richmond have recovered. But there are meters on the offering through the middle of the park right now for the Pirates. And you get the feeling we could see some more tries here if Richmond aren't able to halt their momentum very, very quickly. There's a nice little jump out of dummy half from Jaikin to Makata. They're 30 out from the line here, the home side. Limafa will just bump this ball forward and keeps those legs driving. Good carry there from Mikey Limafa. Back on the field is Lafaeli. Tanuvasa turns to pass. Tafu will shake out of the first one from Maynard. No such luck on the second attempt. 54 and a half gone. It's the Pirates who lead 30-6. Mani looks up, looking to dance his way through a couple, ends up going side to side, and eventually Tanuvasa is tackled right in front of the SAS uprights. Last play coming up for the Bulldogs. What have they got? Flat pass at the line. Great scramble defence though from Sola Solomona. Using all that experience there, was never going to be beaten on that occasion, and bundles the player out over the sideline. Really good stuff from the Pirates.
Just standing up, please, on that 10. Yep. 0.
Oh, we want to save that one for the action replay.
WWE style.
He backslammed himself with the player on top. You don't see that every day, ladies and gentlemen. And if you do want to see it, the ARL live stream Rugby League replays are on the Auckland Rugby League YouTube channel.
Marlo Solomona pumps the ball forward. That was quite remarkable, and I'm pleased to see both players get back up to their feet after that. Really dramatic looking contact as Kitiona Passini comes on for his second spell. Laid a great platform early, did Passini. And we'll be looking now to finish the game on a high for the Pirates. A good kick which splits winger and fullback. Kauhiva is back to collect, but the chase is brilliant from the Pirates as well. Doing all the little things right are the Point Chevalier team. And as a result, well and truly in control in this contest.
Stand. Glove up. Hold. Just work number 7 on the next one.
Tuki Kamanapo, this 19-year-old, and his second year with the Richmond side, a former Manurewa man.
All the way again. Right. Nice work, Hayden.
To the left they come. Tongiu gets to a little half gap. Point Chevalier scramble to put him down, 30 out from the line. Left side they come. Mani kicks over the top. Chase is good. Collects his own kick. Brilliant.
Great try.
Brilliant from Shaden Mani. Kicks, regathers, scores the try, and gives his team a hope heading into this final half hour.
How good is the SAS Sporting replay? Here it comes. And we'll basically let the pitchers do the talking here, ladies and gentlemen. Little dink over the top. Regather. Thanks very much. From here, I'll just do it all myself. Interesting there, going in on the try line. The Pirate player tried to smack the ball out of his hand, and to no avail. And looks like the fog's moved back in, Corey.
Either that or someone's heavily vaping on the sideline. Can't be Craig Gray. He's in the tent with us.
Yeah, well, if he's here, everything's running smoothly with the live stream. And big thank you to our live stream partners, CTAS. And as the strike has taken up the kick, the flags are up. 2 points. The Point Chevalier Pirates versus Richmond Bulldogs will be on our Auckland Rugby League YouTube channel by late this evening, and you'll be able to watch all the highlights and replays tomorrow morning.
So they give themselves a little sniff here, Richmond, and have enough time if they can complete a few sets and work their way back into this contest, but it is a big ask because Point Chevalier, prior to that try, very much on top in this contest. It would take a big reverse of fortunes at this stage, but anything's possible as Point Chevalier get us back underway and winding it up straight back into them. Leaves one on the ground.
Wait! 11! Together up!
There's always some massive body contacts in these clashes between Richmond and Point Chevalier, and we've just seen one of them.
Sam Brown it was bringing it back that time. Great carry from the big man. And they come forward via Big Tookie, who's taken down right on halfway. Springing the step right now for the Bulldogs, and why not? Elias Tuitama driving low and looking to burrow for a few extra. Left side they come to Mani, who will go high this time. And now a tester for Talia. Plenty of pressure as well. Beautifully taken from Kane Talia.
Wait! Go one.
So the Pirates now work the ball forward right into that patch of sand in the middle of the park here. An otherwise very good surface is Chris Seal again causing troubles through the middle. Left side they come. Pifairangi back in field to Gavitt. Such a good running back rower as Lakini Gavitt, and earns the penalty as well. Great little second effort there from Gavitt to fight to get to his feet and draws the penalty. And now Pifairangi will kick for touch.
First penalty for the half goes Pirates' way. As they chew off a few metres there, heading towards the Bulldogs' end. Here they come.
Pailecki back on for his second spell. Right on the hour mark, it is the Pirates in control, 30-12. Chris Seal goes to the line, taken down, well, eventually. Tongiu, in fact, he's not taken down, he's staying on his feet. Ended up with both feet off the ground at one stage there. Even Chris having a laugh at that one. Right side they come now. Makawi back in field. Tongia. Tackled just short. Makawi is the dummy half. He was thinking barge over there. Instead, will have to readjust his thinking and come back to the middle where Passini does well to collect low and is tackled smack bam in the middle of the park. 10 metres out from the line. The Pirates hunting more points. Pifairangi to the line. Talia, the juggle. Hits it on, but it's knocked forward. And this will be Richmond ball there. And you can see Sola Solomona just talking about where that play perhaps broke down. They do have a few ins and outs in this team. Of course, a number of players that play up in those higher levels, either for the Warriors 20s or Cup side. And Api Pifairangi, for example, has played most of the year with the Warriors side. So there will always be little teething issues with those backline plays when you are constantly changing your team around. And a mistake coming out of yardage for Richmond. They were appealing for the penalty. We'll have time off here and a talking to. And Geravilli might be in a bit of trouble here. I think something has been said.
I've got it. I don't need any more, thank you.
Siwali Makawi offers his guidance. So we'll have a listen in here.
Thank you.
Okay, just a talking to in the end.
Scrum.
And the end result will be a scrum, Point Chevalier feed.
this side, guys. We'll go this side. Half this side. Now let's stay in that lane there. What's the line here? We all happy, guys? 16. Arms over. Yep. Let's go, Ali.
So they've all shifted to the right-hand side. The Bulldogs have shifted as well. Could be a set play on here.
Pawhairangi jumps out of 1, jumps out of 2, and then gets set upon by a couple of Richmond defenders. And they're only 10 metres out from the line straight away here. Point Chevalier, they'll do well to hold on here, Richmond. Chris Seal bumping that ball forward. He brings in 4 defenders in the end. Tofahima clears the ruck. Pawhairangi short to Gavitt. Lakini Gavitt.
Nothing early, 7, nothing early.
Seal goes out the back. McCowie gets smashed. Ball is loose, and then it's picked up by Richmond. Sione Tongia on hand to ensure that didn't go 80 metres the other way.
Stand! Hold! Hold! Go one. Move! Run!
Right on halfway now, Richmond. Quick play of the ball, Kalhiva, who's just about been his side's best player today. Great performance from the captain and a team that's been fairly well beaten so far. Left side they come. Mani will kick in behind. Once again, he regathers his own kick. Once again, he's going to score. Well, what about this from the halfback? 2 kicks for himself, both regathered, and he scored 2 tries in the space of 15 minutes.
Well, I haven't got much to say out what you've just said there, Corey. The SAS Sporting replay. As we see the offload from the dummy half here, and well, this is just poetry in motion, isn't it? Shaped up, dummy, little dink through, out of the way. It's a regather. It's just about a cookie cut from the first one. And shows a wee bit of toe too, doesn't he? Great speed, heading in towards the try line. He knows where that try line is. 4 points, Bulldogs.
There's a lot to like about that. He got a fair check from one of the Point Chevalier props on his way to the line, and then just about knocked that ball on as well. So, with kick to come, dare I say it, we have a game on our hands here after Point Chevalier had looked fairly well in control heading into the final half hour. And if they are to get back into this one, they have Shaden Mani to thank for it as the halfback puts that kick over. 12 points the gap.
Yeah, you have to wonder what the strategy is now. I know what mine would be. Just give it to Mani. He's actually having a blinder.
He is indeed. Yep. Really, really good game from the halfback, who was instrumental in the first half as well.
And one real key point here too for all the rugby league fans, you don't have to be the biggest, strongest guy in the park. You know, we're seeing this guy just absolutely tear it up. And if you're smart, clever, got a wee bit of space, speed, and can do good kicks, well, there you go. There's a couple of tries on the board.
So back to it we go, and it's fielded. And the Bulldogs now within 2 scores. Time on their side, 14 to play here, and a penalty to help. Here we go, Grayland Park starts to lift. The locals know they're well and truly in this one, have wrestled their way back into the contest brilliantly, and now Mani will kick for touch. Choose off plenty on that one as well, and they'll start this set right on halfway. How important will the home crowd be now on the run home? Kamana Po lines up. He says, I'll have the first one. Lafaeli at dummy half, the former Penrith Panthers SG ballman. They bump the ball forward now to about 35 out from the line. Kalhiva. Back in field to Sam Brown. Having his carries off the back fence been something special today. Lafaeli to Tanuvasa. Tanuvasa turns back to Harrison Sutton, who goes straight and hard and takes a bit of a settler here. Are they setting for a set play? Richmond options left and right. They'll come centre field now, and guess who? It's Mani, showing, going, dancing, looking to get the offload away. This time it's not going to come off.
With no advantage, we're going to have a scrum.
Scrum the call, and this will be a Point Chevalier feed, I think.
Possible.
A knock on
No
there,
advantage.
but once again, Troy, that man in the number 7 jersey, it doesn't come off that time, but he's taking the ball to the line. He's trying to keep those Point Chevalier defenders honest, and he looks likely every time he touches it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He probably just forced it a little bit there. Didn't go his way.
Hey, we need to lose
And
the
he's looked exceptionally dangerous every time he's touched the ball.
So they need a good set here, do the Richmond Bulldogs. Most importantly, they need a clean set, no penalties. If they can force Point Chevalier to kick deep, then once again they're back on the attack here, but discipline has been their Achilles heel so far today. 12 minutes to play here at Greyland Park. It's the Pirates who lead 30-18. Round 8 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership qualifiers. Seal will work it forward, gets rid of the first one, and now Chris Seal goes on a run, and that's a great carry from the middle forward. Takes them up to 35 off their own line, and then he wants a penalty. Won't get one that time. Paeleki now. He's met by a good tackle, though, by Sam Brown. Latu to Pifairangi. They'll come to the left edge where Maynard looks to isolate his winger. Eventually is taken to ground. 40 metres out from the line. Sola Solomona, the dummy half. Pifairangi, they'll centralise via Gavitt. Ball loose. Is that a strip? Yes, it is.
That's what he's called it. Yep.
Well, not the most intelligent play at that stage. They just survived a whole set. Point Chevalier are about to kick, and then you come up with a strip. And who would be Junior Fuel right now? He'll be pulling his hair out as Point Chevalier look to perhaps strike the killer blow now with 10.5 minutes to play.
7. Yeah, you're good.
Latu, Seal, change of direction. Chris Seal, look out! Still going as Chris Seal.
Release. Nothing early, 7. Nothing early.
Latu is the dummy half. Goes right side. Makawi, Tongia. Tongia gets the offload away. Faitoto has scored in the corner.
No way.
A second try for Matty Faitoto, and that might just about put the result beyond doubt. Classy touches from Sione Tongia down the right-hand side, and the Pirates go in again.
Here we are live with the action replay. Big man here. Just dropped a little hip in, nice little offload, cut out the centre, straight to the winger, and all he had to do was just tuck in on the right-hand corner there. Try time. Pirates, 4 points.
So the Pirates, they'll be in no hurry now, sitting on this handsome lead inside the final 10 minutes. Talia to attempt the conversion. He's had a few from the sideline today. Been very good on the edges, haven't they? Troy, Point Chevalier, and both centres, Malo Solomona and Harley Maynard, very good. And that time, Makawi pulling the strings nicely down that side as well.
Yeah, and great to see Makawi back. You know, sort of been out and about with a leg injury, I think, from memory. And, no, well, you're looking at me now going, well, maybe.
Well, it's news to me, although, you know, you are somewhat of a Point Chevalier insider, it must be said. So I dare say you probably know better than I.
Thanks, Corey. As we wait for the kick to come, and he's way over on the far side there.
Talia strikes it.
Not a bad kick.
Very good. Touchies look at each other with a look of confusion, and both flags go up. So 8 minutes to play by the time we get back underway, and it's going to be the Pirates who get up for their 5th victory of the year. Or 4th, I should say.
Time out run, guys.
And for Richmond, the battle for survival will continue into next week. Some promising signs today, but discipline, their major downfall. And for the Pirates, these final 8 minutes are all about just continuing to build momentum. The run home so important for them as they look to, first of all, secure survival and then build into the competition proper and put themselves in a good position to defend this title. Pawhairangi, they'll work the short side. Maynard will run it. He's taken down by Tafu. 5 metres inside opposition territory. Latu is the dummy half. They'll go short side again. Lakini Gavitt stationed himself on the wing. Heads back in field. Gets the offload back into the middle. The ball is loose and cleaned up by Tafu.
Movement! Have a step, 17. 17. Hold, go 0.
Harrison Sutton. He can hold his head high today. A couple of seasons at Northcote in the last few years. Back with Richmond now, and he's been really, really solid for them in the middle of the park. And just as I say that, he may have picked up an ankle injury, limping away from that contact as the Bulldogs work it forward, just short of the 40 now. Do join us next week. We're live from Bert Henham Park for the big representative matches between Matamaatonga under-18s versus Vulcans 18s and Auckland versus Samoa Okalani. Flop the call there. And penalty forthcoming. Big day of rugby league today for us, Troy. Of course, the curtain raiser earlier today between the girls, the main game here, and then Vodafone Warriors in action in a couple of hours' time as well.
I don't think we'll be calling that game, Corey.
Well, you never know.
Maybe from the bar. I'll go to Greyland Tavern.
That's right, that's right. So they work the ball forward now via Kamanapo. Very much looking forward to that Warriors game, a crucial game in their season as they take on the Brisbane Broncos. Dean Bell going to be on hand to lead them out, the foundation captain. Back helping celebrate 25 years of the Warriors and also recognising the Māori culture as part of the NRL Indigenous round. Now Marnie on the ball. Has a think about it, kicks across field, and Solomon will watch that one dead, but there's a penalty in back play. Inside the 10 is the call. And I think this is going to go the way of Richmond. It is indeed. So another chance coming up for the Bulldogs here as we enter the final 5 minutes. Lafaeli will hand off to Sutton, who's shaken off that earlier knock, which had him limping around in the background.
Where's Marnie?
Lafaeli driving those legs. Strong in the middle is Tuitama. Right up against the line now. Marnie turns back in field. Leon Latour gets rid of 1, gets rid of 2, still driving. Latu came in late. Latour, he's gone all the way here, Leon Latour. Or has he? Time off, we're going to have a chat. Late shoulder charge from Latu is the call. At the very least, we're going to go back for a penalty. It's going to be a try. Hayden Price points to the spot. And Leon Latour just refused to give up on this one, Troy.
Yeah, showed a lot of passion, a lot of strength, I should say. I mean, he's got 3 Pirates on him, and he obviously managed to get the ball down. Great positioning there by the referee. Man on the spot. And he's still holding on to the football too, so great effort. And he's tried hard all day too. He's carried the ball really well.
It's nice to see someone other than Shaden Marnie score a try as well for the Richmond side. He did play a crucial role in it though, delivered the last pass.
Correct. He's touched every ball for it.
Our new favourite player.
And great consolation prize for the Richmond Bulldogs there as we winding down to the final stages of the second half. Pirates strolling back, taking their time in the setting sun here at Greyland. Here he comes again.
Winds it up. Look at the smile on his face. Enjoying it, the big man. And he's been very good off the bench for them. Sutton Maynard misses the first tackle, but the fighting, he comes in to finish it off with the help of Gavitt, who was down low, weaving down the short side here. You can see our commentary trailer in the corner of the shot there. Kauhiva dancing across field, got smashed in back play by Tongia. Oh, legal is the call. Tongia looks up, says, I'll have a go at the line, and then gets taken to ground, 25 out from the line. Front foot ball here, Richmond are scrambling back. They'll do well to hold on here. Point Chevalier hunting more points to put the cherry on top of a pretty good performance today. Latu, Pewhairangi, Gavitt. Gavitt will go straight, taking the ground. He's 5 short of the line now. They've had some luck down that left-hand side today. Pewhairangi jumps out. Uppy Pewhairangi's going to score. Price points to the spot. And the Pirates are in for another one. That's just about going to do it for us today in terms of the scoring. But once again, the left side, they find some luck, and it all starts with a nice carry from Kenny Gavitt, who then gets to a quick play of the ball. Pewhairangi on hand to take full advantage of that with a nice little burrow over from close range. So Kane Talia to line this conversion up. And according to our clock, this might be all we get for gameplay today. Do stay with us post-match. Hear from both captains. And keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz for all of the match reports from around the grounds. We cover every single game. Looking forward to seeing some of those results, particularly given some of the intriguing half-time results we have. Siren goes in the background. This will be the last act of the game. Talia strikes it, and it's away. It won't matter. Ortex, Point Chevalier Pirates 40, Richmond Bulldogs 24, and the Pirates pick up another win. This time it's in round 8 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership qualifiers. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to have the post-match interviews with the captains in just a moment's time before we wrap up our coverage today from Greyland Park.
Thank you. Throwing my life away. Beautiful. Nice and easy game. Oh, well, not easy, but you know, slow. No one in the bin. No injury. No nothing.
Okay, we're now joined by Matrix Kauhiva from the Richmond Bulldogs. Well, a fair fight back in that second half, but where did you feel like you fell short?
I think we're the Point Chevalier, good side. Always got big boys. Our team lacking size, so hard to battle with them big boys in the middle. But yeah, give them a good go, I reckon, for a small size side.
You're a halfback, Mani, picking up a couple of tries there. Some individual brilliance from him. Is that the norm from him?
Yeah. You know, Shay's always up and down doing his thing, man. So it's hard to catch the bro when he's doing those kicks, eh?
All right, well, commiserations on the loss. All the best for the rest of the season.
Just thank you.
Now joined by Siuli Makawi from the Point Chevalier Pirates. Well, another victory, Siuli, and a nice one to get on the board. You had to battle hard for that one.
Yeah, so we knew Richmond was going to come out. They're pretty young, energetic, but to get the 2 points is a bit of load off our shoulders now. But we'll slowly get there. Now it's pretty tough to get a win here in Grey Lynn, but we'll take it, and then we'll work on things to come.
Your middle forwards, particularly in the first spell and early in the second half, really dominated. Was that a big point in this match?
Yeah, that's our strong point, and we're not going to shy away from it. So we'll play to our strength, and that's our middle. And we've got a few boys come back from injury and stuff, so we're slowly clicking. We'll get there. Yeah. So we've got a tough forward pack, so we might as well use it.
You did it today without the likes of Dylan Moses and Matty Tuitama. How nice to see guys who maybe weren't in the first 17 at the start of the year step up and get the job done.
It's always good to see. We all train as one team. There's no reserves or topside at our club. We all call each other topside, so we come. We're all on the same level, and we expect to play at the same level as well. So we train as we play. So good to see the young boys come up and step up and fill the void of big names like Dylan Moses and Matty Tuitama and Adam McCarthy and stuff. So it was good.
2 wins on the trot now. Do you feel like you turned the corner?
Yeah, we can say that. But we've got a long way to go. We'll get back to the training paddock on Tuesday and fix up a few things that we needed to work on. But like you said, it's good to get the 2 wins here at Grey Lynn, and we'll work on things that we need to work on.
Well done on the victory. All the best for the remainders of the qualifiers.
Thank you, Auckland Rugby League, and thank you for hosting us today and everything that you've done this year. So we'll see you guys soon. Cheers, bro.
Okay, that concludes our coverage here from Grey Lynn Park. We're back in action again on Saturday for the big Auckland representative clashes. Keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz and social media platforms for full info on that. We'll see you then.